Hey YouTube, how's it going? Well, going pretty good today. I had an arrival today. Just a little while ago, the exercise bike arrived. Yeah, let's have a look at that. Yeah, there it is in all its glory and all its many several pieces. Some assembly required. I expect this will probably take me a little while. I am not going to try to do this whole thing on camera. That would just get really annoying really fast. Okay, so it's time for a break. And yes, I am winded and worn out and a little frustrated because even though, so far anyway, the screws and such that I've had to work with are actually quite large. They're like an inch long and almost 1/4 of an inch in diameter. But all the nimble has gone out of my fingers. It is so aggravating to have something like that almost in place and then it slips, or your hand slips, or your fingers just don't have the grip they used to. And you drop the daggone bloody blankety blank thing on the floor, curse for 5 minutes, and then try to find it, and then try it again. Yeah, that's what's going on. So far, I have successfully attached the front and rear stabilizers, feet, legs, what have you. Interesting design. The back is just a flat stabilizing thing, and the front, if you tip the whole assembly forward, the front unit has wheels that'll come down to the floor so that you can move it around. I am assembling the thing in my office / studio where I don't plan to move it much. Yeah. So I've gotten those two bits done, and the main front mast where the handlebars and the console attached to. That was a little bit of fun because I didn't pay close enough attention to a diagram, and after I thought, hey, cool, I got this all bolted together without too much trouble, then I realized my mistake and had to unbolt it, completely disassemble that section, take it completely off, and put this plastic piece on there that covers everything and whatnot. I came that close to throwing it away and not caring if that little plastic piece was on there to make it look good. I did put it on, but oh, that cost me an extra 30 minutes to take that off and then put it back on. So now it's time for a break. I'll check in later, hopefully after having gotten a significant amount more done. Next up is installing the handlebars. Sounds like fun? Not really. Not with these great big ginormous fingers and those little teeny teeny weeny screws. Yeah. Okay, it's all together. And here's a control panel. I've actually run it for a little while, a little over a minute. A minute 14 seconds, 3/10 of a mile, 7 calories estimated burned. It's good. It works. I gotta catch my breath. Well, so it's fully assembled. It works. There's a few things on it that are still a little bit loose that need to be tightened up, but that is something I can deal with tomorrow. And my only use of it tonight was to just get on there and try it and see it actually working and see what information came up on that display. I like the fact that it shows an estimate of calories burned Because when you set up a user, you give it your weight, your age, your height, and between that and what the resistance settings are at, and your speed and so on, it can do at least a reasonable approximation of the calories burned while using it. I am going to be paying close attention to that number, just for giggles. But like I said, not today. There was one thing. One of the tools provided was this really weird combination screwdriver slash wrench. The regular Phillips head screwdriver shaft and head, and on the end of it, instead of a handle, there's a flat piece of steel with some bites cut out of it that, as it turns out, those bites are to be used as a wrench for tightening nuts. That in itself is nuts. It is the most unhandy, awkward, difficult to hold on to and or use tool I have ever had the misfortune to need to use. It's ridiculous. I'd have gotten out tools of my own, but I have no idea where they are. And I don't care enough to go looking. I don't use tools much anymore. You know, a screwdriver here and there, and that's pretty much about it. Anyway, I am thoroughly worn out. Between wrestling that ginormous box back in there and getting everything out of it and getting the thing put together and fighting with little teeny weeny screws and gigantic hands that don't have the dexterity and strength that they used to, that's really, really freaking aggravating. Yeah, but I've got the thing. I am so glad to have it. And this thing is heavy steel construction. This thing will be, well, assuming the electronics survive, the device itself will be usable 50 years from now. That I'm sure of. Anyway, I'm gonna finish catching my breath. It takes a while these days. And then spend some time reading while I do that. Maybe write a few words. And then see if I can get something done on Hermitcraft tonight. Tomorrow, I may have something else. Thanks for watching. Take it easy. I'm out of here.
Mr. TinFoilChef.